of mimicking other performers, I began to try making my own melodies. It became a pattern of mine. I would go out having prepared a medley of songs I both knew and made up. Over time, more and more people began listening in, and by the end, I was a local celebrity. Dozens of people would come out to watch me, and a few would drop their coins in my tin. I would go home ecstatic that this performance was more populated than the last, and that's when I knew that this was the life for me. If I could just get out of this town and travel, performing for the masses, despite my best efforts, singing wasn't my strongest aspect, but no matter, people still enjoyed the music. And with that in mind, I decided that as soon as I was able to get out of this town, I would be gone. So I started saving. Week after week, I was slowly building up a small sum of money. Enough supplies that could get me to the next town, next city center, all by myself. I was a week off from saving enough coin to afford everything. I grabbed my instruments and I carried them off to the next town. And what would you know? By the time I arrived, there was already a crowd gathered. When I got into the town square, I realized they weren't here to see me. They were surrounding something that I couldn't see. Ducking underneath, I saw what had grabbed everyone's attention. A young man stood in the center, telling the wonderful tale of a battle long forgotten. He has a presence like nothing I've ever seen before. He told of an epic hero who sailed across the sea to fight in a war long lost. The boy looked old, but not a day over 20. He gave his tale with such a voice as to make you grab onto every word, waiting with anticipation for whatever climax would bring an end to our beloved protagonist. And what was most impressive about this was, while he was telling the story to the audience, he was performing the part of the hero. With a sword in hand, he was fending off from another. He was fending himself off from another. The movements of the battle were perfectly timed with the beats of their story, and it only gave the performance more of an intriguing edge to the audience. There was another, much younger boy holding a sword. He played the enemy's hero trying to fight in battle, and the bond between the two shined within their sword fighting. They were both in sync, trying to one-up each other, perfectly flowing in their movements. With the crowd distracted, I saw my chance to pop off my supply of money. And as I finished and I prepared to go, I saw the two had a crate of goods sitting unattended. I saw my chance and I ran over, taking as much as I could for myself. These people love them more than they ever loved me. These guys could afford the restock. The performance wound down and everyone dispersed. I planned on making my exit as they cheered to ensure I wouldn't be caught, but apparently the young boy had taken notice of me because I turned around and there he was. After the performance, I learned his name. Cassius. He and his partner Miriam had been traveling town to town performing. Apparently, they had been at my performance a few days prior and used the same location because they knew it could draw a crowd. They also admired me for how well I snuck into a group unnoticed, and they offered me a chance